and welcome to today's Crystal Ball. Fashionably late, as always, is Venus. So, I hope some of you can make it. Hello. Who's in? Who's our first person in? So, Sid, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Very lovely to see you again. I am. I'm okay. I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm okay. Samaya, hello and welcome, and Jasmine, hello and welcome. So, yes, I promised a crystal ball. We're going to do a crystal ball. I'm not going to go over an hour because I really need to get ready. Finish getting ready and then get some sleep. So, yeah. Um, so get your questions in. We have about an hour. So I'll go back over the cards. If you've been in recently, they will be the same cards. I apologize. So we have love. We have Secret of Wandwood. Angel. We have spellcasting. We have another. We have two sets of love cards today for some reason. And we also have dragon, because I've been doing the dragon ones a lot lately, and I really like them. So yes, thank you for liking the video. I greatly appreciate that. So let's see. That's Leela. Hello and welcome. So yes. Yeah, I am back. I'm sorry. I did take a little longer than I said, but I think I think people are getting used to the fact that I'm tend to be pretty late lately. I had to eat. I was very hungry, so I had to have a little bite to eat. But yes, I'm back, and hopefully we'll be around an hour. So, Sid says, were me and Anne together in a human past life? I like the question. Interesting. So, hello and welcome. If you are new, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and we are doing crystal ball reading today. Specific questions for the crystal ball. If you are new, I do appreciate your full name and date of birth with your question, as it helps me to connect with your energy and get a bit more of an accurate answer. But I understand that not everybody wants to put their full name and date of birth online. So if you don't put it, I will still do your question. I just feel like when I can connect with you better, it's a bit more accurate, that's all. But you're all welcome, everybody is welcome. It is free, it's free. I'm behind in the chat, so if you are new, no spamming your questions. Ask once, I will get to you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're super urgent for your question to be answered, you're welcome to send a super chat. But that is not necessary. You can just wait and I will get to you. And yeah, welcome if you are new. If we do have new people, that's very nice. So Sid says, oh yes, were me and Anne together in a human past life? And I do get yes. I was already feeling it before checking, so yes. Jasmine says, when will I run into this guy from Gabe's? Okay. I'm guessing like a 7 to 9 week time frame with that. Ashley, I hope you're well. Samaya, when will my husband get a job offer? Any opportunities do you see going in soon? Beginning of March feels more prominent for opportunities. Ask Leela, Lee's current feelings towards me. I don't see much of a change here. There's positive feelings. It feels a bit stable, you know. I don't feel like there's been any upward trajectory, but it does feel positive. Sid says will I win on Jammy Online Lotto next month? Guessing a no on that, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. Any card of my choice for Samaya, okay. So let's, Angel or Dragon? Angel or Dragon? Let's do Angel. Divine Order. Archangel Rule. I can never pronounce some of these names. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So things might look disorderly. Things might not look like they're panning out, but they are. Divine order going on, okay? Please like the video if you haven't liked it already. I greatly appreciate that. Miss Venus, is the twin flame avoiding me at the moment? And is he talking romantically to other women? Okay. So I don't feel avoiding, like I don't feel like I don't want to talk to you. I don't really get that kind of energy. So I wouldn't say like avoiding, but I feel that it does feel like there's communication channels open with other women that there's been flirting with in the past and things like that. But current energies, I don't feel current conversations. That's what I would say. Jasmine says, is this store that I run into the guy from Gabe's in Beef Creek? Okay. There's a no on that, actually. Eslila says, what is Peter thinking about me? The main thing that comes through really is like wondering how you're doing. There's like little kind of thoughts like, oh, wonder how you're doing, wonder what you're up to, kind of that kind of energy. Firebird, hello and welcome. S. Leela, will the situation with my daughter improve? I'm guessing a yes, but it really doesn't seem to be very soon, unfortunately. Miss Venus says, oh no, don't take it like that. I was more cheerful that you're back. Don't even think of the time. Update for time. Didn't even think of the time. Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to say, because I did say, I'm so bad lately. I'm like, yeah, I'll be back in 20 minutes. And I'm like, ooh, food. And then I'm like, oh, I should get back to stream, because I still haven't had a shower. I thought I might as well do it after stream, since I do have some makeup on and everything, you know. So no point in getting a shower, putting makeup back on, so yeah. Miss Venus, update for timeline between Twin Flame and I, energy picking back up, asking me to be his girlfriend and maybe travelling, whatever you see. Okay. So energy picking back up seems pretty soon. I do feel like that could be like 3 to 5 years maybe, but asking to be together, I would say the time frame's like between the end of February to the beginning of April. It's like a little bit more surrounding the March, you know, month a little bit, if that makes sense. Let's see if I can see anything with traveling here. I didn't see much with traveling. I see more like days out, you know, at the moment. Maybe that will change. Samaya says, will our tenancy get extended? We've still not received any update on this yet from the landlord. Okay. I guess a yes on that. So best of luck to you guys. Mrs. Shelley, hello and welcome back. I'm going to win anything this week in PCH Lotto. Okay. Guess a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. Miss Venus says, is it likely that the twin flame will be able to anchor those intentions you picked up and put them into actions? Not just likely that he will take that conversation in. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm giving him like around maybe 70, maybe 75% with that. So obviously we always want it to be higher. But yeah, you know, I am sorry about that. Mrs. Shelley says, I like your outfit. Thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate that. It is kind of my earthy colours today. Earthy. S. Leela, why is Lee avoiding to open my message? Okay. So get kind of a feeling of like not being ready to talk to you, but also like I do feel like there's a distraction, and I feel like possibly it might be someone else, because it does feel more like personal connection rather than like a work distraction or something going wrong distraction. Fortunately, Firebird says, so now I heard back from my job application. What does the recruiting manager think of mine? Okay. I'm not getting great energies on this. I'm getting kind of like middle bottom of the pile kind of energy, unfortunately. Miss Venus says twin flame starseed origins. Okay. There's a Pleiadian energy coming through. Um, I know I've worked with quite a lot of different Pleiadian like races, like different planet beings, races, I don't know what I call them, around like in the Pleiades, if that makes sense. And this is I wish I could remember because the name isn't coming through of the actual name, but there is a specific name for this type of Pleiadian being, and they're not a super advanced civilization at the moment. Um, like perhaps a little bit more advanced than us, but they're not super like multi-planetary, like traveling in UFO kind of beings. I will try to get the name for you because what I'm seeing, I know I've connected with these beings before. I know that I've known their actual name before, like or the at least the planet that they're from. I know that somewhere. I know that that's stored in my memory somewhere. So I'm going to try to delve a bit deeper into that. Carolyn, does Christopher enjoy my good night messages? Yes, there's a comforting energy there, like a comforting energy. Jasmine, is this guy from Gabe's? Is he just as good as an option for me as a high level soulmate, or better or worse, or it doesn't matter which one I pick? Okay. I'm guessing it's kind of like I wouldn't say as good as the high level soulmate. I wouldn't say that, but I'm still getting like a positive energy with it. Firebird says, "What's been on Scorpio's mind with me?" It's kind of more like pushing you to the back of the mind. So unfortunately, there's not much there. Miss Venus says this morning I saw in a cabin, my body started moving and I was flowing with the movement, like the videos I've sent you. Oh, I haven't seen yet. Oh, what was my energy? Oh, unless you mean from the past, maybe I have. What was my energy and body slash field doing? Okay. It feels more like healing. It's almost like how I would probably refer to it as like a healing trance. You know, I don't know if anybody's done very intensive healing work on themselves and gone into a bit of a trance. That's the energy I feel with that. Samaya says, do you see if we're moving to India in March, we're still in a dilemma to continue or move back, mainly because we didn't get any new employment opportunities. Okay. So yeah, I am seeing a shift in this. I am kind of seeing that moving back seems a bit more prominent at this time. Leela says, is Lee missing me? Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Firebird says, what's going on in Scorpio's mind about Miss W? Seems to be a bit of overthinking about the connection, overthinking about like, is this right for me? Things like that. But it does feel mostly positive, like she's on his mind a lot. Miss Venus says, I've been on a 40-hour fast. So far I haven't broken it yet because I want the benefits of auto. I don't know how to say that one, sorry. How is it helping my body at the moment? Okay. It more seems like it's helping the energy of your body on other things. So obviously when we fast, our body doesn't have to focus on that digestion process. So that there's energy that's going to focus on other areas. So there's I suppose like a healing process, kind of like an improvement in energy flowing to other areas and helping other areas. But when I say energy, it's very, very what I call minor chakra linked. So the small energy channels, maybe if you're into like Chinese medicine, you might say meridians. I believe these smaller energy channels connect more to our physical organs and body, you know, like so let's say for example I'm working on someone on their throat and I'm drawn to the minor chakras. I might say, do you have a cold? Are you getting a sore throat? Because I'm drawn to those channels that are linking more to the physical organs than just the spiritual and emotional self. It does feel like your energy is getting more to these areas. I hope that makes sense. Trying to explain that in a way that makes sense. I'm sorry. Miss Venus, I greatly appreciate you for moderating. Candy, hello, welcome. I'm well, I hope you are well. Samaya, what is blocking my husband to get new job opportunities? It doesn't it doesn't necessarily seem like a block. It does seem a little bit like there's alignments being made for the better purpose of the future path. But I would say try to keep focus on his root chakra. If he does cleanses, does Reiki, anything like that, root chakra focus. Firebird! Do I have clairsentience or claircognizance? Which is stronger? Okay. Yeah, so you do have the ability to tap into both. Your ability to improve let me get this right. Your ability to improve clairsentience is stronger. Miss Penis. Prominence of twin flame and I will continue dating versus deciding not to continue, and who would make that decision? So it does seem much more prominent that you will both decide to continue, but unfortunately, it does seem like if the decision is not to, that it will be more on his end. Unfortunately, so I'm sorry to say that. Candy says, "Will February be financially fulfilling for me?" I'm gonna take a yes on that. So, best of luck, love, light, and blessings, prayers, abundant energy to you. Jasmine says, what will be the thing to prompt this guy from Gabe's to speak to me and redo our encounter over? Okay. It feels like there wouldn't be a fully conscious awareness that you've interacted like cross paths before, but there'll be a familiarity that makes him feel comfortable, and that's kind of the reason. That's kind of what comes through. Oh, Candy, will I be successful in finding a job in February? There's prominent energy around this, there really is. So get looking, get applying, get out there. Mag, hello, welcome. Has he started shopping proposal ring for me yet, or made up his mind to start shopping? I guess the no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. Eslita says, will Patty stay in a relationship with Chris? That seems quite prominent at the moment. Samaya says, will I get my next job in customer service admin tech related job? Or what do you see? Okay, customer service admin tech, okay. And customer service is coming through very strongly. Firebird says the Scorpio MSW intend to meet secretly next week or work on work trip to the capital. What's the plan? Okay. Yes. I don't feel like there's too much of a plan, but I feel like there's like an idea in the air, like it's been spoken about briefly. Miss Shelley, am I going to win anything at Win Loot Lotto this month? Okay. I guess a yes on that, actually. Eslita says, will Matt stay in a relationship with Marie? Okay. It seems pretty prominent. There's a possibility of not, but it seems pretty prominent. AA says, hello, Ash's thoughts for me today. Hello, welcome, I hope you are well. It's kind of like the energy mostly seems to be like hoping you're okay, hoping you're doing well. So there is some thinking about you. Israel says, love your hair. Thank you. I appreciate the compliments. I did just diet last night, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Samaya, my husband is planning to quit job in March. Is that would be a great decision? Where can't continue here in that company if we extend our visa? So I didn't understand that one. Sorry. I'm sorry. If you can type that in a little bit, if they can dumb it down for me, because I didn't understand what you mean. Sorry. AA says, what does Asha love about me? Okay. I'm not really getting much come through there, but I am feeling a strong connection. Firebird! What is it that makes things easier for Scorpio that he wants me to lead the team? What is it that makes things easier for Scorpio that he wants me to leave? I'm not really, I think I'm not really picking much up because I don't fully understand the question, but I am kind of feeling the energy that yes, he does want you to leave, if that's what you're asking, so I'm sorry to say that. Guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. If you are new, hello and welcome, I am Venus, and this is Secret Frequencies. We do readings like this all of the time. Today is Crystal Ball. You can ask specific questions for the crystal ball. If you are new, please do leave your full name and date of birth with your question. It helps me to connect with your energy and get a more accurate answer. If you do not feel comfortable to do that, I will still answer your question, but it just may not be as accurate if we don't connect, you know? What was I going to say? I've forgotten. Don't spam your questions. I'm behind in the chat. Just ask your question once and hopefully I'll get to you. I have at least half an hour left, so I should get to you. And I'll just go back over the cards quickly. I do move around a little bit. The chair's not the most comfortable. So we have love cards. We have Secrets of Wandwood. We have Angel. We have spellcasting cards. We have another set of love cards, so you can choose the red or the pink. And we have dragon as well. So you're very welcome to choose those. If you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. And yeah, hopefully I'll be on for like 30 more minutes. Miss Venus, Is the twin flame still uncomfortable with his feelings towards me, or is it subsiding? I would say subsiding. I would say that. Candy, is there any big win in cash pot or lotto for the week ahead? Okay. I'm guessing a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. Samaya says, may I ask if my husband gets his next job in a good and better company and salary? I'm getting an energy of like it's pretty similar, unfortunately, but at least not lower. But I'm getting pretty similar. Ask Leela, will I be in the relationship this year? Okay. Which probably feels like July at the moment. Firebird says, how does it make Scorpio feel when I message him? At the moment, I would say there's a bit of uncertainty and uncomfortable energy, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. Mangala says, what is my husband's thoughts and next actions? I just feel a great distance. I rarely feel a great distance. I'm really sorry to say that. Firebird says, why does Scorpio try to push away thoughts of me? It's just an attempt to move on because it's kind of like he feels like it's not going anywhere, if that makes sense. It just feels like he has kind of different interests in elsewhere, so he's kind of not really trying to focus on that. Jasmine says, is this guy from Gabe's and the high level soulmate going to pop up around the same time, or can you do an update on when the high level soulmate will pop up? Okay. It feels a little bit like Gabe's guy is sooner. High level soulmate seems a little bit further. I would say maybe April or May. April or May. Mrs. Shelley, am I going to win anything at Win Loot Lotto this month? I'm not seeing anything for that. I'm sorry. It's not coming through. Mangla says, is he trying to build this relationship? Does he still have a toxic nature? I feel like there's the giving up energy on building the relationship, but I do feel the toxic energy, so maybe it's a good thing for you. And Mrs. Shelley says, is money coming at me? I think I know at the moment on that, so hopefully we can manifest and turn that around because I don't like to give those answers, you know. Aisha? Morvio? I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing the name, but what does he feel about me? It is arranged marriage proposal and he is 38 and I am 28. So what does he feel about you? Okay. It feels like a neutral energy. It doesn't feel negative, but doesn't feel like super, you know, excited and like, you know, it's kind of a neutral energy. Firebird says, how would Scorpio feel if Miss W left the team? I feel like it's kind of like there's a bit of upset, but it's not too. It's like not caring too much, not necessarily too much. Manga says, will my husband plan to move with his parents to another home? Yes, this looks quite prominent now. Miss Venus says prominence if the twin flame decides not to continue, and what would be the reason? There's a feeling of falling short. There's a feeling of like, am I good enough and can I live up to expectations? That's kind of how it feels. Firebird says, will the investigation team anything untoward about Scorpio MSW work they go down that route? I guess a no on that. Max says, will I move with C by April? There's a possibility. Seems a little bit low, but there is a possibility there. Mrs. Shelley says, I'm going to win over $100 at Win Lotto. Or Win Loot Lotto, sorry. I feel like there is a possibility of this. I do feel like there's a possibility. Ah, Carolyn, so don't forget to like Venus's live, please. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Shout out to Carolyn and Miss Venus for helping moderate. I greatly appreciate that. Firebird, Scorpio wants me to leave the team so it's easier. Why is it easier? In what context? I feel like it's just tension. Feeling like there's a bit of tension there. Mrs. Shelley says, is the higher up delaying my cash at PCH? Yes, I get a yes on that. Samaya says, my husband is planning to quit his job in March. It's not the right decision. I'm worried he still doesn't have another alternative job. Personally, I would say to look for these new opportunities first, because it's interesting, because March seems to be the time when the more opportunities are coming. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's too bad, but I always think it's safer, you know, to stay in the job until you find the other one, of course. It's safer. So I would say that just in case, because when we get prominent opportunities of abundance, we don't always grasp them. Sometimes we miss them, and if he misses it, you know, that would be very unfortunate. Candy says, is my body draining the lymph properly? Been doing lymphatic drainage lately. I want to try it. I hear so much people doing it. What technique are you doing? But yeah, let me see. It seems like a bit of a process. It does seem like you're doing good, but it does seem like you need a bit more, basically. Mrs. Shelley says, is Quick Pick going to win their lotto for me? Thank you. I guess a no on that. Esleila says, do you see me in a relationship with Peter or Lee? Actually getting higher prominence on Peter at the moment. Samaya, will I get a remote-based job next or hybrid? It seems more like hybrid. Firebird says, has Scorpio and Miss W been sneaking into each other's hotel room when they go to work on trips? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you so much. Mrs. Shelley says, is PCH a scam? To a degree, I would say, and I would say yes to both, to a degree. Like, I'm not saying nobody wins and things. You know, it really depends what you consider a scam. I would say yes, but I do feel there are some winnings. I do feel that, but, you know, for the majority, it's just taking money, you know? Miss Mia says, sorry for repeating the question, but what's the prominence of the twin flame deciding to end things? Maybe percentage? Okay. Deciding to end things, I'd say maybe 25%. Mangala says, what is my son's thought about me? Does he think I have done wrong or something? There's questioning this. I wouldn't say he thinks you have, but has she thinking about that? Anne says, what is what I like about me? I would say that there's a strong attraction, physical attraction. I would also say there's like a comfort energy and like in conversation as well. Sarimi, hello and welcome back. As a percentage, how compatible do Spirit think I am with my boyfriend? Okay. I get like between 75 and 80%. Mrs. Shelley says, oh, thank you, thank you. I feel like I'm kind of connected with you. Anne says, what is coming between me and Sagittarius? Let's do a love card. Ah, third party situation. So sorry. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. So it can be an actual third party, like they're seeing someone else or someone else is interested in them. Could even be someone else shows interest in you, or someone just tries to break up the relationship in some way. Might not be romantic, might just be like a jealous person. Mrs. Shelley says it's the higher ups delaying 5,000 week for me, from, I don't know what you mean, sorry. And what is coming towards me tomorrow for my birthday? It's a bit of a broad question. I don't know what you're asking. Like, are you going to be meeting with a lot of people? Are you asking like about gifts? I'm not sure what you're asking, but I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy birthday to you. Mangala says, do you still see separation? Unfortunately, yes. I'm sorry to say. Esther says, is there any chance that I will be in a very good contact with Lee the next few months? Yes, there is. It's just not the biggest chance, unfortunately. Sarumi says, what kind of soul connection do my boyfriend and I have? There's a karmic connection. There's definitely been a past life before. There is some level of a karmic connection. Samaya says, how can we manifest a job? Is there any specific way? Work on your root chakra, do some grounding, work on your root chakra. And maybe if you are into crystals, you could get some citrine, put that in the corner of your room. Yeah, I mean, it depends what kind of thing you're going for, because I'd always recommend like spell work or something, but it depends what kind of thing you're going for. But yeah, work on the root chakra, connecting closely with the color red, citrine crystals, and yeah, just applying, and just really, and positive mindset. Don't apply for a job with the thought of, I'm not going to get this, Positive mindset always. Samaya, why do we often see delays and obstacles, especially in relation to new career? I think there's a block in the root chakra somewhere. Firebird says, is Miss W persuading Scorpio to sneak into room Scorpio's own accord? I feel like it's balanced. I feel like they're both the same, and they're both as bad as each other, you could say, You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. People saying thank you. Sophie Kang, welcome back. Raj, feelings for me. 9 months, no contact. Okay. I feel like missing you, but really trying to move on is the feeling. Miss Venus, where are you landing in the US? The weather has been real. Something in the area of the US. I'm warm here in sunny California. Oh, I want to be warm. I'm landing ultimately in Reno. Reno, is it Tahoe? I'm not sure. Reno. Anne says, what is going to happen in my birthday? Sorry, I do general readings here. These are specific questions. But Anne says, which country shall I go to, Australia or UAE? I'm guessing Australia. Connie 20. Do you see us moving this year? Okay. Yes, I'm guessing the month of September come through. Samaya says, does my grandmother have any messages for me? I'm really sorry, this is not a mediumship stream, it's crystal ball. I tend not to do very much I can do mediumship. I don't do a lot of it. If you come on the channeling stream, I do it, I can do it. But I don't do much mediumship because to me, I feel like it's very emotional. A lot of people find it very easy to connect with people's past loved ones. I find it emotional. So if a member, I do channeling specifically for members. If a member wants me to channel a past loved one, I will do it. But it's not something I do here on Crystal Ball, so I'm sorry about that. Andrea, hello, welcome, Andrea Roberts. Sophie, you're welcome, of course. Rain, hello, welcome. Sarumi says Venus. In astrology, when two people's houses match with the same signs, so both charts start as a Scorpio house in 1 and end in Libra house 12, how does this affect the connection? Okay, so I would, personally, I would suggest asking that question to someone who is more versed in astrology. I love astrology, but I'm not expert in astrology, and I if I was, I would do astrology readings on here. I love it, but I'm not versed enough in it to put myself forward as an authority in it, super into it, believe in it, just haven't gone down that route enough yet. Miss Venus, you're welcome. And I thank you for moderating. Rain says, how should I approach the audition today? Okay. So it's like calmness but strong confidence. So calm energy, but just really believing in yourself, which I think you can do. If you need to, take deep breaths and just imagine breathing into your solar plexus right in there, you know? You'll be great. Connie says, thank you, have a great rest of your day. You too. Lovely to see new people. Love, light, and blessings. And Firebird says, so there may have been a strong, close physical intimacy going on between Scorpio and Miss W. Yes, I would say so. Miss Venus, when will the situation with my salivary gland be completely resolved? Okay. I'm guessing 4 to 5 months on that. Rain, card of my choice. So I'll do Dragon for you. Crystal Yellow Dragon opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. So that's the dragon you can connect with. And Rain, I'm also going to give you a angel card. I'm drawn to both of those today. So angel for Rain. Oh, Clairaudience, Archangel Zachiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. And that's one thing we don't often think about, is our clairaudience can come through in the beginning when we're just kind of tuning in, as hearing very specific important messages from other people. Sometimes divine guidance comes from the randomest people you meet on the street, your friends just saying something and you're thinking, I think that was meant for me. It can be a line of a song that you just catches your attention. It's not always just a very clear voice inside your head. It can come in different ways. And Firebird, did Miss W send me up to give me candidates that had conflict of interest with me when I'm marketing job interviews? Actually, I guess a no on that, which I'm surprised. Sarumi says, what is the blockage energy I feel between my boyfriend and I? It seems like lessons need to be learned and growth needs to be had. It seems quite natural. Like, we always have things to work on within relationships. It doesn't really seem like anything that's too difficult, but you're saying what you can do to release it. To help with these things, I usually recommend a cleanser of the connection. So a lot of people don't, like, when I say I do cleansers, a lot of people don't realize you can do home cleansers, workspace cleansers, car cleansers of the connection between people, not just individual cleansers. So you can cleanse the connection between each other as well, which could be of benefit. Candy, you're very welcome. So guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. It would be lovely to get to 20 likes, although I know we are winding down quite naturally now, which is good because I do have things to do. So I'm kind of glad. That was a pretty quiet, nice stream there. But yeah, any last questions? And we will do those. But if not, I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, I turned into a ghost for a moment. Mrs. Shelley, you're very welcome. It's lovely to have you back. Sereni, haven't seen you in a while, so it's really lovely to see you back. Can you, if I missed a question, can you please repost it? And thank you so much. Why am I a ghost? What's going on? And thank you for saying missed, because I really don't like when people say skipped it, because I feel like they're saying I did it on purpose. Oh gosh, I have to answer a phone call, so I actually do have to jump off. Let me see. Yeah, really sorry, I'm jumping off a little bit early. But love, light, and blessings to each of you. Really hope to connect with you soon. I'll be on as often as I can, I promise. So please do stay with me. If you're new, subscribe. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. The more likes on the video, remember I see that as votes. And the more you like a certain type of video, the more I will be back with it. So if you want more crystal balls, please press like. Love, light, and blessings. Save any of your questions for I will be on again very soon. So love, light, and blessings. Hope to catch you